Made your Scotland debut against England, am I correct?
Yeah, well, my full international debut was at Hampden against England, and we beat them 1-0.
Yeah.
Richard Gough header.
I remember it, I was there. Aye.
But all I can remember about that game is as soon as him here
talking to you or shouting at you.
Fucking screaming.
To be fair to Souness, I mean, I've got to stick up. When I made my debut at Hampden, it was incredible for me. It was talking to me. Him and Dalglish, I played with Kenny up front, and Kenny was just talking to me all the way through it, and so was Dalglish, so was Graham. And it was good. I mean, the South Scotland team was a good team, David, wasn't it? When Cooper and all them. But we did a decent team.
Yeah.
So it was a joy to be there and wear the blue of Scotland.
Oh, I was proud to play. I mean, it was an honour to play for my country.
Yeah.
But I didn't always enjoy it.
Did you maybe not see eye to eye with the SFA setup and the Scotland management team?
I saw eye to eye with the Scottish management team until one of them died.
Yeah.
And then that was the beginning of the end of my Scotland career.
We're talking about the passing of the late Jock Stein in Wales that night.
Yeah, I was there. I was playing.
What's your recollection of that? I mean, that's just,
horrendous.
Such a horrendous thing for anyone to be part of. Particularly someone of Jock Stein's stature as well. For anyone, it's terrible. But
he was a great man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And a great manager, a great man manager.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of the saddest days of my footballing career.
Yeah. Can you remember much about how you discovered what had happened after the final whistle?
We all saw it when we were coming down the tunnel.
My God.
They were pumping his chest.
Oh.
It was, yeah.
Horrible.
I get a bit upset thinking about it.
I can fully imagine. As does anybody who remembered Jock Stein as a manager, both for the club and country, but a tough time for anyone who was on the pitch, and of course we don't have Davy Cooper either from that night.
Well, he scored the penalty.
Aye.
Yeah,
I got the penalty. Davy Cooper scored it. Now, God bless him, he's no longer with us.
I know.
Well, Ferguson took over.
Yeah.
From Jock.
Yeah.
And Andy Roxburgh.
Oh God, yeah.
Came in later than that.
Yeah. So you were going to tell us there that after Sir Alex Ferguson obviously replaced Jock Stein, things didn't go so well for you at international level.
No, he left me out of the squad.
Yeah.
Even though I'd played in all the build-up to the World Cup.
And you didn't go to Mexico?
I couldn't go on holiday with my family because the Scottish FA had my passport. And I didn't get that back until they came back from Mexico, which wasn't very long.
So hang on a minute. How does that work out? Why did they have your passport?
Because they take your passports. They always take your passports.
Was that just in case you were going to be called up, kind of thing?
We had to get visas, yeah. All the players that were more or less in the squad had to give the passport to the Scottish FA so they could get our
visas and all that.
Our visa into Mexico and America. Because I think we originally were going to
Los Angeles. We went and then we went to Santa Fe.
Santa Fe, that's right.
Where did your involvement end, though? Were you part of the squad up until the pre-World Cup tour and so on, the warm-up matches?
Frank will tell you, we played in Australia together.
You didn't go to Mexico?
No, he left me out the squad.
Yeah. So when Frank was talking about, you're talking about Los Angeles when you met Rod Stewart.
He wasn't there.
No, David wasn't there.
No.
But the SFA had your passport all this time, and you couldn't just go away with your family.
They had it until they got back. I didn't get my passport until nearly the start of pre-season when I was at Chelsea.
Wow. So
fair to say, fairly bitter memories then of that period.
I wasn't very happy. It's all in the book.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to getting this book.
I know, it's quite good.
It's on Amazon.
What we're doing here is we're setting these stories up and people can read the full account in the book. Liverpool was a big part of your time as well, your career.
Absolutely loved it.
You obviously worked with Kenny Dalglish, John Barnes, Ian Rush, all the big names at the point. Was that a fond memories?
Yeah, until a certain period of time at the end of the season. When after Kenny packed in because of the pressure from the Hillsborough disaster.
Yeah.
And made my debut against Man United at Old Trafford on Sunday and scored. we drew 1-1. I scored 2 against Everton. The following week, we beat Everton 3-0 or 3-1. I got 2. And then we played Everton again in I think it was a cup game, drew 0-0. Then Kenny packed in. We were playing Luton away, and the bus were picking me up on their way down to Luton, because I lived on the outskirts of Coventry at the time. So the team bus picked me up on the service station on the way down. And that was the beginning of the end of my Liverpool career, when Kenny packed in.
And that's that when you learned that he was leaving, when you got on the bus?
Yeah, I didn't know until I got on the bus going to Luton.
Who was it took over for Kenny?
The backroom staff took over, and then Souness took over as manager. And I used to change next to Bruce Grobbelaar, and I said, "That's the end of me."
Yeah, well, if he was shouting at you during
that's in the book, but I'm not going to go into it.
No,
of course, because otherwise there's no point in buying the book.
Very true, very, very true. That's brilliant. Very true. But certainly you'll have fond memories of Kenny.
I haven't got one bad memory of Kenny. On the field or off the field. As a human being, 100%. As a footballer, 110%. His family, exactly the same. Just a great guy.
Yeah.
And I was golfing with him in Spain last week.
Oh, fantastic.
He's some guy. I mean, he was my idol. I mean, he was my hero. Obviously, watching Celtic growing up, David. So
yeah,
and I thought, you know, when you're a little boy, you know, almost to this day, I thought my world had ended. Stand in the jungle, and Kenny had gone. You know, it was. But life moves on, and you get other great players.
He was one of my heroes.
Yeah, I was at West Ham and I was having problems, and I spoke to Kenny, you know, about a wee problem I had, and Kenny being the wind-up merchant he is, he put the team sheet in, and he left Rush out and put me as number 9 for Liverpool.
That's his sense of humour. That's just typical.
My manager knew that I was talking to him.
Where did they leave the team sheet?
I put it in, you know, put it in the referees, and the referee never even noticed.
Seriously?
But I had to change it, yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
That's Kenny's sense of humour,
that typifies him.
I'm going to tell you a very quick Kenny Dalglish story, right? And I hope he's watching this, because he might remember this. Myself and my brother were taken to a Celtic Morton game when I was maybe about 6 years old, and a friend of my parents was a Morton director. So we got into the director's box at Celtic Park, and after the match, we were in the wee kind of the foyer bit of whatever you want to call it, next to the front door, and the players were coming out after obviously getting showered and changed, and the guy I'm talking about had called Kenny over to give us his autograph, you know, and my mum was with us, so I didn't have a pen, but she had one in the bottom of her handbag, and she got this pen at the bottom of her handbag and gave it to Kenny to sign. And the thing leaked all over his cuff of his shirt. He was wearing this lovely, fancy white shirt, and ink all over his shirt. And he went, "Oh, wee man, look at my shirt." And I was 6. I didn't care. I just wanted the autograph, you know. But and my older brother Johnny was a bit mortified as well. And anyway, I think another pen came along and we got the autograph. It was in a book somewhere. But I always wonder whether he remembers. You're going to remember that, aren't you? You're going to remember a pen leaking all over your shirt.
Nah, probably not.
Of course he's going to remember it.
It was a big thing for you, but no,
Kenny, if you're watching this, do you remember it? Or any friends of Kenny Dalglish's watching this?
I'll ask him next time I see him.
Knowing Kenny the miserable, so he's probably still got a shirt.
Aye, it was one Celtic won, Morton won. I can't remember the year. Roy Baines was in goal for Celtic. I remember that much. The wee things that stick in your mind. But if Kenny remembers that, it'd be interesting. No, anyway, totally diverse, as Ronnie Corbett would say.
It's up beside his European Cup winning jersey. There's this shirt.
The shirt with the ink on the sleeve.
He's got it framed and up.
I always remember he said that, "Oh, wee man, look at my shirt." I'll never forget that either. And it was that 1970s barn that they had. It was all blown, blow dried, and anyway, there we go.